I know a little bit about your journey through club. I know at the end, kind of where you landed in club, which allowed you to eventually get recruited. We'll get into that piece later, but what was it like just navigating through club from, again, 9, 8, and then all the way through almost pretty much being 18 until you graduated out?
Club soccer was a grind for me. Yeah, it really was. I really felt as if I had to work harder than everyone else just to be at like the standard level.
Mm,
Club soccer was just a grind. It was really difficult. When I was younger, I struggled a lot with confidence issues.
mm.
The older I got, it got better, but it was just it was brutal, but it was awesome. It was like a weird balance of the two. Yeah, it was.
What helped you with confidence at times? Like, so when you look back and you can say that for sure it was difficult and you definitely struggled with confidence, but were there moments where you felt confident, and what was it, or who was it maybe that helped you with confidence in that point in time?
Yeah, I would say that the more I prepared for club, the better I felt and more confident I felt on the field. The
Mm.
more I trained, the harder I worked, the more I felt ready for games and to perform. That was like the biggest thing for me to help me feel like at my best on the field.
And what did preparation for you look like? Because as you mentioned before, like you had to work harder to be able to compete with just the overall level of being in club. So for someone who is listening that they feel like I'm not that player, right? Because everyone's born with different gifts. Like, what was preparation for you?
Preparation sort of looked like running a couple miles before practice and then getting to practice. And, I'm already tired, but I still have to train and work really hard. And that got me in the best shape of my life, like running a couple miles before practice or training on the weekends when I don't really want to train. I have an off weekend, like, no, I got to go get touches on the ball. Or even like running after practices, I have memories of uh, my club practice ending around 6 p.m. and other girls being like new teams coming onto the field. And I would run
Mhm.
around the field and, just put in the miles, put in the work, just pretty much anything like running, a lot of touches on the ball, just stuff like that. It's a
And I
lot of.
know, yeah. So what's great is like I can't wait for someone who feels like I'm not feeling confident. I know I have to work so much harder, and they just heard like essentially your formula. So to kind of go over it again, like you had to be at the tip top fitness level for yourself without going overboard, right? Because balance is very important. You had to put in more technical work, right? What would you have done extra to maybe just improve a little bit? Not to like change where you went, but just looking back now on like, I would have done this maybe a little bit more, or I would have done that maybe a little bit less.
I would say a little bit more speed work
Mm,
for me and a little less distance running because I feel like my aerobic shape was great at one point, but my speed wasn't necessarily there.
mm.
So working on explosiveness and speed work would have been great for me at the time.
Mm.